And we talked a little bit about it. I heard your thoughts about Aaron Rodgers when we talked with Randy Mueller, Ephraim. And there was a quote today. There was an article today in which a veteran NFL coach was quoted. He was talking about Aaron Rodgers and obviously falling short again. And I'm trying to find the quote right now. The coach criticized Rodgers' inability to win. And here's what he said. He said, Rodgers wants to, do we have it on sound? Do we have sound? Okay. He says, Rodgers wants to talk about vaccine mandates and cancel culture, while Tom Brady, talks about all ball. Rodgers loves the standing invite on the A.J. Hawk show, the Pat McAfee show. And he wants to talk about cancel culture, woke mob, and every other thing that doesn't do anything but splinter and unfocus the group. To me, Rodgers doesn't show the focus that it really takes to win multiple championships. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to throw a question at you, Ephraim, and then you can go. I agree with this coach saying Rodgers has not shown that he has what it takes to win multiple championships. I don't agree with, the cancel culture, woke mob, because Rodgers was falling short long before he started going on the Pat McAfee show, right? Long before he became, the face of the anti-vax movement. So whether you disagree with that or not, that wasn't the problem. Because when he was keeping to himself 5 years ago in 2016, the same thing was happening to him. He was falling short. And Ephraim, look, Aaron Rodgers has been, and when you just talk about regular season quarterbacks, he's arguably been the best ever. Regular season. But when it comes to the big moment, when it comes to the playoffs, Ephraim, he don't get it done more often than not. He got his Super Bowl. You can't take that away from him. You shouldn't take that away from him. And he played well in that game. But I think two myths got busted this weekend. One, if Aaron Rodgers would have been in New England with Bill Belichick, he would have won more championships than Brady. No, I don't think so. I don't think he would have won as many because he doesn't rise to the occasion like Tom Brady does. He doesn't galvanize his team. He doesn't make them believe like Brady does. And the second myth is, he don't have more rings because it's all the defense's fault. Remember they gave up 41 or 44 against Atlanta? Yeah, but they were down 24-0 at halftime. Why didn't Rodgers put any points on the board? Right? He always gets the pass. San Francisco put 37 points on him a few years ago. What was Rodgers supposed to do? Well, he was shut out in the first half. I mean, you go look at his playoffs, and the defense doesn't get absolution. Yeah, they didn't do their job. Dudes were running all over them. But he wasn't putting up points either. And here's the last thing, Ephraim. Aaron Rodgers, and this just speaks to, what I'm talking about. If you look at that last possession, or I don't know if it was the last possession or second to last, when he threw that bomb up to Devontae Adams, who was double covered. That was such a bad pass that I thought he was like, look, I'm going for this. We either catch it, get a pass interference, or it's a punt. They're going to intercept it. It's going to be a punt. Like, he just hurled it. If you look at that play, he had a receiver, Allen Lazard, wide. You saw that. Wide open, Ephraim. You couldn't be any more wide open.
Look, Chris, it's not just that play. If you go down and you break down that
game, right?
Fourth quarter in that game, he threw 9. Well, he threw more than this, but Aaron Jones and Adams.
And Adams caught 18 of his 20 passes, completions.
Right? So Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones each caught 9 passes. No other receiver. Allen Lazard won. Mercedes Lewis won. No other receiver caught or running back caught a pass.
Let me ask you, is there a panicking of that? Is that a pan? Okay, go
therein lies the problem.
Is that some panic, though? Is that like in this moment, you know what I mean? I'm not going through my progressions. I'm not hitting open man. I'm just relying on the two guys that are my best. Is there a panic involved in that?
Everybody will say he doesn't trust those guys. He'll do this. How many times you go back to New England's Super Bowls with Tom Brady? You couldn't name those receivers outside of Randy Moss.
Absolutely.
Julian Edelman he looked like he worked as a CPA somewhere. Like they just found him at the post office.
Yep.
But what happened? Yep. He built a relationship. He made him one of the greatest slot receivers. Same with Wes Welker.
Yep.
Man, they was having dudes. I'm like, there's no way this dude. You saw them dudes out in the club. If you saw them dudes out in the club and it was like, we in the league, we won the Super Bowl, you'd be like, man, get out of here, man. Right? But that's what I'm saying. So what I was telling Randy when we had him on earlier, he just started pointing to the GMs doing this and they're doing that and this is that. That's the narrative for Aaron Rodgers. Nobody's doing enough to help him while these other great quarterbacks, right? How many times has Drew Brees taken a 6th-round draft pick that no one has ever heard of and made them an all-pro?
Right.
So all of these other quarterbacks who are at the same caliber manage to build a relationship or build trust with with other players. But when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, it's, we got to do more. We got to draft this. We got to bring in that. We got to have a defense. The best defense Green Bay's had in a long while. They held the 49ers to 13 points.
They did.
You lose a game at home as Aaron Rodgers, the reigning MVP of the league, and you only score 10 points at home in a snow blizzard against a California team. Whose fault is that? Right. We got to stop with this pushed narrative of, he don't got the talent. He got all the talent. He got everything he needed around there.
Yep.
He held the ball too long. He didn't check the ball down, and he didn't hit open receivers. That is why they lost the game, and that is an Aaron Rodgers problem.
So let me ask you then. What is it about? Is it just as simple as he lacks the intangibles? We've seen, Ephraim, guys, obviously you got the Bradys and the Montanas and the guys who are great throughout the regular season and throughout the playoffs. But then you got guys like Eli Manning, Jim Plunkett even. Guys who really weren't great quarterbacks for the most part, but they had the intangibles to be clutch or to make big plays when their team needed it, to get their guys in the locker room to believe that they could win. Is that what Aaron Rodgers, does he just lack that? Is it as simple as that?
It's leadership. Aaron Rodgers has a knack of alienating people, whether it be coaches, teammates, fans, family.
Yeah.
This is a guy, his family don't even mess with him.
Yep.
I keep saying stuff like, I mean, at some point, when is it going to be you? At some point, if you go to a family reunion and everybody like, oh, man, here he come. When you walk in, everybody turn around like you're not even in the family. It's you.
Right.
So when is it going to be Aaron Rodgers? So my question was, when Randy was like, hey, well, they don't want to start over. They want to keep going. Where are you going? They've had home field advantage twice. 3 out of the last four years.
Yep.
You did nothing with it. Lambeau is no longer a place people fear to play in the playoffs. They don't care. The road to the Super Bowl goes through Lambeau. San Francisco drove their Winnebago right through Green Bay. Now they coming right back out here to sunny California. It'll be them and the Rams playing all California NFC Championship. And Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to embark on an offseason that's going to be filled with more You did this to me.
And that's what I was getting at when I was like, if you're Green Bay, do you move on? Like, there's got to be a feeling there of one. I mean, we've been great the last 3 years, 13 wins each year, and didn't get it done.
It's not good enough.
And then there's got to be a feeling of it just ain't going to happen here. It just ain't meant to be with Rodgers and Green Bay. That's why I was wondering, should they move on?
Yo, bro, have you seen these young guns they got out here, these young quarterbacks?
Yeah. That's why I don't know that he should go. If he goes to another team, I don't know. Pittsburgh, great fit until you look at the rest of the AFC. Right. Denver,
Aaron Rodgers better stay out of the AFC.
Yeah, I feel you.
He go over there, he going to find himself in a world of hurt. Look, hey, smoking Joe Burrow, he gives zero you-know-whats.
Right.
You want to talk about Justin Herbert? Zero. Patrick Mahomes, come on, player. His new name is 13 seconds.
Right.
Okay? Josh Allen. This is what we're doing. This is the next evolution. Lamar Jackson.
Right.
These guys care. Even Mac Jones.
Right.
The AFC, you take yourself over to Cleveland if you want to.